Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
Good afternoon. Everyone mark your attendance. Okay. Is it audible? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Audible.
Okay. Okay. So I think in last class I'm discussing about your steel. So I said to you all that the beginning of steel start from your 1950 in India, and also how our steel come in picture after independence. I discussed all the facts and all the details why we use steel. So basically, I also discussed that in ancient time we use timber, which is your natural building material. I also empathize on how our natural building material will vary with your artificial building material, and which material be manufactured and which material be, I think, prepared. I already discussed these things in your last class. Again, I discussed that basically your steel is made up of by varying three things. One is your percentage carbon content, next is your uh, by applying various heat treatment process we have different type of steel. Next, I dealing with that is by changing the alloying element we have different type of steel. So our first point of discussion is if we change percentage carbon content, then what type of steel we get. So I make a table. On that table, I bifurcated your type of steel with your percentage carbon content. And I mark the type of steel as your dead mild steel, mild steel, medium carbon steel, high carbon steel, and corresponding to that type of steel, I also give the value of percentage carbon content, and also say to you all that you must remember this table because in many examination from that table direct question will be asked like that. For mild steel, what is the percentage carbon content? For medium carbon steel, what is the percentage carbon content, and so on. Next, I also discussing about your different type of steel. That means, what do you mean by mild steel? What do you mean by your, I think, um, high carbon steel? I also discussed the things. So next point, I show you all a slide, and in that slide everything is mentioned. So if anything is left after that slide, I also discuss those things in your class. So just see here. So it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think you all know steel is basically an alloy of iron and carbon with a small percentage of other metal such as nickel, chromium, aluminum, cobalt, molybdenum, tungsten, etc. So steel is a hard, ductile, and malleable solid. You all know these things. It is probably the most solid material after plastic and iron. There are many different type of steel classified on the basis of type of metals used. That means type of material used and the percentage content of the metal in the particular type of steel. Basically, what are the different types of metal and what is the percentage content of that metal in that particular steel? We bifurcate our steel in that part. So basically, we have different type of steel, and what here, if you see, we have different type of steel. So first one is your high carbon steel. You know how carbon steel is formed. So if our carbon content is from 0.28 to 1.5%, our high carbon steel is obtained. For mild steel, I also give you all the carbon content. Medium carbon steel, I give you all the percentage of carbon content. That means at which particular carbon content our medium carbon steel is obtained. Next is your stainless steel. So basically this stainless steel is made from after adding a different type of alloy. So which type of alloy I mix to make our stainless steel, I discuss this thing in later. So if a metal chromium, if chromium is mixed in your steel, then you get a stainless steel. The property of a stainless steel, you all know, it is very hard, tough, elastic, corrosion resistance. These are the property of your stainless steel. And stainless steel, you see, you use in your utensils. Next in your I think ball bearing, generally this type of bearing, ball bearing, is given in many type of automobile or many type of vehicle, or in some cases in pre-stressed concrete bridges, or in bridges ball bearing is also given. So basically the different type of utensils, ball bearing, these are made from your stainless steel. So basically these are your kinds of alloy steel. So in order to impart the desired property in the steel required for our construction, combination of metal or different metallic substance is done. So basically this is known as alloy. What do you mean by alloy? I think you already discussed, or you already read these things in your class 8 or 9. Alloy is nothing. It is a property of any metal in which we combine certain other metals or metallic substance to give desired property in that metal. So this is the ultimate aim of alloying for any metal. Here we alloy our steel. So here different metal or metallic substance is added in our steel. So different type of alloy steel is used in construction. One of the type of alloy steel used in our construction is stainless steel. So what are the composition of stainless steel? So basically in stainless steel we add chromium, and the percentage of chromium is I think around 15 or 16%. That means 15 and 16%, not 50 or 60. It is just 15 or 16%. You know what are the various property of stainless steel? Stainless steel is very hard, tough, elastic, corrosion resistance. So these are the property of your stainless steel. And where you made stainless steel, or what are the uses of stainless steel. So it is used in your utensils, that means it is used in making utensils, it is used in making ball bearings and very other purposes we use our stainless steel. So I think in slide it is also given that stainless steel. Next is your high steel. Next is your cobalt steel. So basically in steel, if we add cobalt, we get cobalt steel. So what are the percentage of cobalt steel? That means if you see here, just wait. I give you a table. So so here you all, I think it is given in PPT or not. Just I see it. High carbon, medium, this, package, this. Okay, so for your better understanding, you just see here what I am trying to say. So here, suppose you have a table. Suppose you have a table. So you all keep with your copy or pen, such that you all note down all the things with me, because it is not possible to write all the things, and these all are your basic question and asked in your different examination. So you just note down these 4 or 5 things, because it is not available in PPT. So I say you all, what do you mean by alloy and how alloying is done. So here our aim is to alloying our steel. To make alloy steel, we have add different metal or metallic property to our steel. First is your first is your stainless steel. So here you mark. So here you all write alloy steel. Here you all write alloy steel. This is your alloy steel. Alloy steel. This is your alloy steel. This is your composition. So percentage or composition, how much amount we add in that steel to making composition. SITI1 composition, that means how much percent that metal is added in steel. So it is composition part. Composition is also in percentage. Composition. Next is your, I think I say this is your property table. So what are the properties of that particular alloying steel? Third one is your properties, and last one is uses. What are the various uses of that particular alloy steel? So last one is your uses. So first I am telling about your stainless steel. You heard this name or not? You heard stainless steel name or not? You heard this name, stainless steel.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically,
Yes, sir.
okay. So basically, in stainless steel, chromium is added. So you know chromium is a metal. So chromium is added CHRO, not OR. So you write down here. You all make a table because it is not visual for me to write all the things. So you all make I think table in your copy, and what I am saying you all write in your copy. So first you write. I give you all a 1 minute time. So you all ready with your copy and pen because I think I give you 4 or 5 type of alloy steel. Its composition, properties, and usage because it is not available in PPT. You add from my side in your notebook. So first is your stainless steel. You all made this type of table because in every examination, if you go, you feel or you see 1 or 2 question will be asked from this topic also because steel is common in your steel structure, steel is common in your building material construction, and steel is somewhere also used in your RCC part. So in first topic, I think steel is also used in your RCC part. Steel is also used in your I think SOM in first chapter you use steel, or you draw stress strain for mild steel. So steel is common for your all structure part. So from basic of steel, they may they may ask questions. So these are certain type of question. That means I cover first part. I cover first part like your how we name the steel if the carbon content is varying. So you remember those um, all the type of steel with their corresponding percentage of carbon. So you remember that table. You remember this table also because from this table question will be also arises. So first is your stainless steel. You write down here its composition is chromium. So in stainless steel we add chromium. Here is your chromium. I write down here chromium. So you write CHROMIUM. It is chromium. The percentage of chromium is 16. Generally, in a steel, if we add 16% of chromium, we get our stainless steel. Next, its property. I say its property that it is hard, tough, elastic, corrosion resistance. So you write down it is hard, it is tough, it is elastic, and also it is, I say that it is corrosion resistant. So you write down CR, not class representative, it is your corrosion resistant. So it is hard, it is tough, it is elastic, and it is corrosion resistance. What are the usage of this stainless steel? So it is used in your ball bearing. So generally it is used in your bearing purposes. It is used in ball bearing. You also see this ball bearing in your cycle or in your different other vehicle or many places. So basically it looks like goal ball. Next is your, it is used for making utensils. Utensils. That is बर्तन. स्टेनलेस स्टील का बर्तन भी आता है. खरीदते हो गए स्टील का बर्तन, एल्युमिनियम का बर्तन. बेसिकली यूटेंसिल्स जो हम लोग यूज करते हैं वो स्टेनलेस स्टील का ही बना होता है. नेक्स्ट इज योर, यू ऑल राइट डाउन. सेकेंड इज योर निकेल स्टील. Second steel is your nickel steel. So you write down in nickel steel, nickel is added. I think also here if in table if you see there is cobalt steel, aluminum steel, chromium steel, nickel, chromium, all things are written. So basically in nickel steel you have composition of nickel as 3.5%. So you write down nickel 3.5%. Nickel 3.5%. Here we have another alloying steel, that is your nickel. So in nickel, composition of nickel is your 3.5%. Or here we also add nickel. Its property is it is more elastic. It is more elastic. It is more elastic, more elastic. Next is your tensile strength is high. Its tensile strength is high. It has less weight, and also it is hard. So basically, this is the property of our nickel steel. Next is it is used in making automobiles and airplane parts. So I think in many examination they frame question like to make automobiles and airplane parts, which type of steel is used? Option A, stainless steel. Option B, nickel steel. Option C, chromium steel. Option D, aluminum steel. So you must remember these things that to make our automobiles and airplane parts, we use our nickel steel. They frame question like that. To making utensils, which type of steel be used? Option A, nickel. Option B, stainless steel. Option C, this, that, those. So these are the questions framed in your different examination. Also, they frame question like if chromium is 16%, then our steel is option A this, option B that. This type of question they frame. So basically, from this table, examiner frame so much problem. If they give, we have to construct a structure, and if we want more elasticity in that structure, which type of steel we use? Option A, stainless steel. Option B, nickel. Option C, both A and B. Option D, none of these. So basically, for more elasticity or more elastic structures, we use our nickel structure. So basically, you have to keep these all basic points in your mind. So this is beginning of your engineering career. That means if you all are in fourth semester, and if I think you are beginners, because from third semester you start your civil engineering. So civil engineering is like a universe, and these are just small things for that universe. So you all keep all the basic fundas, all the basic point in your mind, because if you do not keep these points in your mind, then it is not possible to crack any examination of any kind. You do not clear your GET examination or state BSc or your JE, but you score 30 out of 30 in your examination, because you all are master in getting 30 out of 30. Because if I ask something from your song, then I feel one or two, except one or two, nobody will answer all the question. But when I ask question in your examination, many of you score 30, 28, 26. So you do not make me fool, you becoming fool. So don't worry. If you do not, I think, study in your own benefit, then it cost you all. So keep all the point which I taught from beginning to till date, because I already say this is the beginning of your BTech career. You are all are very beginners. So this is the time you have to start your own preparation, or you have to make your own strategy, because if time passes, then it not happen in, I think, 1.5 year during COVID period. You get your marks in second semester, third semester, fourth semester. So it's not a good thing. You study from your own side. Okay. Okay, can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
ठीक है. तो सेकेंड पॉइंट था कि हम लोग को क्या ऑटोमोबाइल और अगर एयरप्लेन, दैट मीन्स एरोप्लेन अगर पार्ट्स बनाना है तो निकल उकल का यूज हम लोग करेंगे. ठीक है. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट थर्ड पॉइंट इज योर, आई थिंक you all heard this name, invar. You use this tape in your surveying part. So this is your invar tape. You use this tape or not? Invar tape.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you know this tape. This is your invar tape. So what are the different composition I use in invar? They use steel or which compound? for making Invar tape? We use
Sir,
nickel.
nickel.
Nickel. Someone is saying, sir, nickel. Okay. Yes. We use nickel or steel to make our Invar tape. And the composition of nickel is varying from your, I think, 30 to 45% or 40%.
36%.
Okay. So
36.
okay. I understand. So in between, for making Invar tape, we take the composition or we take the percentage. So in between nickel 30 to 45%, if we add nickel in our steel, then we get our Invar steel, or also from this Invar steel we make a tape, that is our Invar tape, which is familiar with you all in your surveying discussion. So what are the properties of this Invar? Can anyone say what are the property? I think you all uh, read about this Invar. So what are the property? It have low thermal coefficient, low coefficient of thermal expansion, low coefficient of thermal expansion. So it not expanded much if temperature rise. So low coefficient of thermal expansion. So you remember this point, because in many examination, if you see, if you I think solve your PYQ question, previous year questions of different examination, if you are serious for your examination, various type of examination which I taught. So basically if you see the questions of surveying, then everywhere in many examination you find Invar tape consist of option B स्टील इतना परसेंट, निकल इतना परसेंट, ऑप्शन बी क्रोमियम इतना परसेंट, एल्युमिनियम इतना परसेंट, ऑप्शन सी ये इतना परसेंट वो उतना परसेंट, ऑप्शन डी ये इतना परसेंट वो उतना परसेंट. So basically these are the questions framed in different examination. So you all have to keep these all the basic points in your mind. So it have low thermal coefficient, basically low coefficient of thermal expansion. So it is okay. Expansion. So you write all the things. Next is your use. So what are the use? It is used in measuring tape precisely. So basically it is used to in measuring tape. So write down, because you know this tape. This is a type kind of tape. So measuring tape, it is used as measuring tape. So is it clear? Is it clear? So this point is also
Yes, sir.
okay. So this point is also covered by me, that I think in your last class I'm discussing about that steel is made up of by changing, that means different kinds of or different types of steel we obtain by changing percentage carbon. So I taught you how percentage carbon will vary our type of steel, how our percentage carbon change will form different other type of steel. Next part is by changing heat treatment process, and third one is our alloying elements or alloying metals or alloying metallic properties. We get different type of steel. So here in this table you observe, by changing different metal, at one place we use stainless steel, and next place we use nickel, next place we use Invar. So these are the basic, I think, alloy steel, and everywhere composition will be different, everywhere their properties are different, everywhere their uses are to be different. So you all have to be kept these all the basic point in your mind, because alloying steel are not limited. So if I want to give other name, so just you listen these types of alloying steel. First is your stainless steel, next is your nickel, third is your Invar, fourth is your vanadium, next is your tungsten, next is your manganese, next is your molybdenum, next is your aluminum. So basically these are different type of metal. If I add these different type of metal in our steel, we get a alloying steel. That means we give a different type of steel. So we have different type of steel, we have different composition for that particular steel, and we have different properties for that particular steel, and also we have different usage for that particular steel, because we know stainless steel is used for making utensils. Our nickel steel is used for making aeroplane parts of, or our automobile parts. Next is your inward. So basically, it is used for making tape, or it is used for measuring tape. So basically, these are different types of your stainless steel. I say some name from this. I think some other name from this alloying steel. I say tungsten. So basically, if tungsten composition is from 4 to 20%, that means if you vary the percentage of tungsten from 4 to 20%, you get another type of steel. And the property of that steel is, I think, it have more hardness, it have high cutting resistance. And basically, if you study in your 9th or 10th or 11th 12 classes, you heard this name tungsten. So this is the alloy, or this is the metal used for making bulb filaments, blade cutter, high speed tools. So basically, these are different metal which will be used for different purposes. So if we add this tungsten in our steel, we get different type of steel. That steel is another kind of alloy steel. Its composition is different, because if tungsten is varying from 4 to 20%, we get different type of steel. Next is our next is what our properties. So it have high hardness, high cutting resistance. So because if it has high cutting resistance, then it is used in blade cutter. So you observe, if you see, I think you see many places. That means if you're near around construction is happening, then you see here the rod or the char is cutting by the lever. They use a blade which is mounted on a machine. So they just start this machine, and on this machine a blade is mounted. So basically, if they give power to this machine, then this blade start rotating, and the rod which is beneath this blade will start to cutting. So here they cut this blade. So basically, on that machine they use basically tungsten, or also that is made of steel, but in that steel they use also tungsten. So this is the other use of our alloying steel. So these are different type of alloying steel, different type of composition, different type of properties, and different type of uses. So it is not limited. I think I give you 9 or 10 name of the alloying steel, but these 3 or 4 are very basic. So you keep all these things in your mind. It's okay. Can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here you see, I think I am here. That means your type of steel: high carbon steel, mild steel, medium carbon steel, stainless steel, high steel. Next is your cobalt steel, nickel chromium, aluminum steel, chromium steel. So you here you see different type of steel which will be named after different alloying metal or metallic property which we give in our steel. Next is your high carbon steel. I discussed these things, that this high carbon steel is simply composed of iron and carbon with a more percentage of carbon in it than iron. So basically, how much percentage of carbon is available in this high carbon steel, I also discussed in your last classes. Next is your the presence of excess carbon make this type of steel is softer than the other type of steel. So basically, you know your Fe 450, Fe 500 is softer than your mild steel. So this is because of excess percentage of carbon. So the presence of excess carbon make this type of steel softer than the other type of steel, which contains some percentage of other elements as well. Mostly used in the making of wood cutting tools, because they can be sharpened easily. However, it cannot be used in the making of tool, used in the cutting of. So they are very basic. I discuss all the things, so it's not need from my side to just read this PPT. mild carbon steel. I also said what do you mean by mild carbon steel, what are the different percentage of mild carbon steel. So just you see first point of your slide. The mild carbon steel, just like the high carbon steel, is simply composed of iron and carbon, but it has very low content of carbon in it. And I also give you all the percentage of carbon, how much percentage of carbon we use in this mild carbon steel. So can anyone say what are the different percentage for our different steel? Can anyone unmute yourself and ask me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, say.
Sir, dead mild steel carbon percentage is less than 0.15.
Okay,
Mild steel 0.15 to 0.30%.
okay,
Medium medium carbon steel 0.3 to 0.8%.
okay.
High carbon steel 0.8 to 1.5%.
Good, good. So good, good. So it is absolutely correct and absolutely right. So you you know this basic for your mild carbon steel. So this steel is used in making of vehicle frames, panels, boxes, case, seats, metal. These all are very basic point. So here you see these are the different. I think. Can anyone say what is this? Can anyone say what is this? पटरी. सर ये रेल का पटरी है.
Yes, sir.
रेल और कुछ.
रेल ट्रैक सर.
रेल ट्रैक. someone is saying सर रेल ट्रैक. कोई बोलो पटरी. ये भी तो बोलो.
Railway track.
रेलवे ट्रैक.
सर
बोलो.
रेल्स है सर.
रेल्स है. someone is saying सर
मंडी
रेल.
रेल भी बोल सकते हैं.
ओके, someone is saying सर रेल है. अरे रेलवे पटरी है. ये पटरी है कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
बोलोगे रेल तो मारेगा सब. बोले कि रेल तो स्टेशन पे आता है या फिर जिसमें हम लोग चढ़ते हैं.